Howdy, hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got an extra special guitar for you today. It's in this case right down here. Nice. What kind of case is it? Why, it's a Gator case. And well, got an extra special guitar. See, there's a kid named Billy. He brought me this guitar and he says, hey, I need you to paint it up for me. Well, that's what I did. Now he says he wants me to put it together. So, here's what he wants me to put together. Wha-bam. It's going to be a dime bag Darrell. Oh yeah, and she's looking real good. Got some goodies to go on it. It's got the big old classic Dean headstock. Awesome. Looks like it's got a locking nut on it. Nice looking fretboard. We're going to put this one together. We just gave this one a nice paint job. We made it the blue. It was black. We gave it a little silver stripe down the side. Man, it's going to get a Floyd Rose, which we got a brand new one right here. Oh yeah, baby, it's going to be sweet. In fact, I see that that's not a Floyd Rose. It's a Goto, but it looks like it's in the Floyd Rose style. So it's going to be a sweet one. Look at her laying there. Oh man, it's got a nice case to it. It fits just perfect in the case. We're going to put the neck and the body together. We're going to put all the stuff in it. Get it all finished up. Billy's going to love this one. He's going to be rocking out. Oh man, what do you say? Get it started on this one. Get it rocking. Yeah. Alright, here we are over at the bench, folks. Man, we're going to put this sucker together. Hey, this thing is looking real good. Give me a little drink of coffee here. Anyways, put a nice little mean paint job on this. You know, it was did have a spot for another humbucker right here, which we filled in, and you can still see that a little tiny bit. You know, he wasn't really worried about it. You know, and we got the back all nice and looking blue and stuff. It's going to shine up a little bit better. It's a little bit dull right now. We're going to put some wax on it, make it look good once we get it all put together. But she's going to get this, well, let's take a look at the neck first. A nice Dean. It's got some tuners, it's got some, oh look at that, it's got some locking Goto tuners already in it. Look at that. It's got the locking nut on it already. Of course, you know what we say about locking tuners and locking nuts. They sort of just, you know, offset each other. But man, the fretboard's got a lot of meat on it. It's a real nice looking fretboard. But it's got a little bit of fret spread on it, not too bad. Looking nice. Also got the little serial number on the back there and stuff. That makes it official. No, that's looking real good. The body's looking real good. Well, we're going to set this off to the side here. Just 1 second, we'll set this out to the side. Real quick. And we're going to go through some parts here. First of all, we got that real nice trim. And it says it is the Goto GE1996T. Electric guitar tremolo. Whoa. Man, that says a lot right there. It's a Goto. And let's see what this thing looks like. Let's get her out of there. Let's see what we got here. Well, looky there. It's got a nice brass weight on it. It has a real nice, it's got some brass parts on it. Look at that, it's got some more brass on it back here. You know, I like that. And it is a Goto made in Japan, but yeah, it looks like a Floyd Rose. It's got the little clampy thingies and all that good stuff. But yeah, it is looking sweet. And that's going to be real nice. Then that's some quality stuff right there. That's good quality stuff. And then you got all your rest of your posts and your other junk that goes along with it in here. Tells you exactly how to do it. There's all the other stuff. We're going to put that back in there until we're ready for it. Okay? Put her back in the box too. All right, we'll set that to the side. Let's see what else kind of goodies we got. Well, we'll just go right off the top here. Looks like we got some eye hooks, or some eye, large screw eyes. That's what it says. Look, large screw eyes. Okay, I guess those are going to be for, instead of those are going to be for the strap buttons. And then we got the plates from that guitar right there. We're probably going to shine them up. Maybe we even cover them with something to make it look real sweet. Oh, look at that! They already got some shielding on the back there. There's some big wad of some kind of resin on there. I wonder what that is for. Maybe it's to keep it in there in the right position or something. Who knows? Oh God, who knows? Anyways, we're going to go with a single pot on this right here. And let's see. We got just a regular old. It's just going to be straight up, just a volume. See, let's make sure we got a 500K pot. We did. So, got some nice little 500K pot right there. You know, I hope that goes through the body. That is a little bit shorter shaft. Hope it goes through the body. We'll soon find out, won't we? Okay, we'll put that to the side. It's like we have, oh well, looky. There ain't no box or nothing like that, but it looks like we got a used Seymour Duncan. That's a dime bag Darrell. Seymour Duncan. Hey. And that is just, you know, it's a rail type pickup. It's a rail type humbucker. You know, it's a real nice, it's got, and you know, and this has got a metal ring on it. You know, it's got a regular chrome metal ring, which I like. You know, the plastic is, you know, all right, but, you know, I think this adds to the resonance of the guitar. And we can see we got a 4-wire right here, where there's two of these two are tied together, so we know exactly what's going on here. That's your ground, that's your power, and it's another ground right there. So there you go, right there. We're good to go in the pickup department. Hey, and look at this, man. Looks like he went out and bought a whole thing of wire. So I wire for days. We wire up to 50 guitars. Okay, what else we got here? Every guitar has to have an output jack, which you put your cable into, and there's the output jack right there, especially for that. That is pretty, you know. It's got some nice chrome metal on it. It's nothing to fool around, man. Good quality stuff, not plastic. You know, and there's a couple of wires hanging off right there. All right, what else we got? Oh, we got the screws for it and junk too. Put that right back in there. Bam. All right, looks like we got a neck plate. Looks like we got a neck plate right here. We'll probably do something special with this. Looks like he didn't have no screws, so he went out to the hardware store and got some screws. Looks like. That's fine. They look like they're about the same size. We'll have some gold in there, so it'll be sticking out there like, well, bam. And it looks like a drywall screw, don't it? See, that looks like it belongs. That one, the black one, looks like it belongs. That looks like a drywall screw. But hey, we got you know, we got these on there. You know, we got the eye hooks. So, you know, it looks like a drywall screw. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I guarantee you. I don't know if it'll hold any better, but you know, there were some beefy screws, so they'll hold good. And that's what we're trying to do. All right, let's see what else we got over here. That looks like to be about it. See, we got the pickup and the strap buttons and everything else, and everything goes blah blah blah. And we're gonna get some strings for it. I got some strings for it coming today. We even got a little thing about the Seymour Duncan there, showing you how to wire it all up. Make sure everything's copacetic. You know, we always like that. Just double check, make sure we know what we're talking about. You know, and those are always handy to have. So, what do you say we get started on that? Let's go get this body over here. I take that back. I think we're going to start with the neck. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to get out our tools here and stuff, and we're basically just going to take this neck apart. We're going to take all the tuners off of it. We're going to take everything off of it that we can. So let's see what do we got here. Let's find our Let's see, we don't have to already go look for sockets, huh? Let's see here. Tell you what, I'll be right back after I find my tools. Alright, I am back. We'll get a ratchet from the garage. Get these suckers off. I have to. Well, they're on there pretty good. See, we're just going to use this to loosen them up a little bit. Get to stay on there. There we go. Remember, some low profile nuts. Not much to them. Of course, they really don't have much shaft sticking out there, if you notice. You see, they're real low profile out there, so they're, you know, they're right down there. All right, let's see here. Let's get these off. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take these all the way off, and then we're gonna go ahead and take this off and the truss rod cover, and then we'll be done. We'll be ready to start leveling and doing the frets and stuff on this, make sure this neck's all straight. So as soon as I get this disassembled, I will be back. All right, we're back. We're gonna tighten in a little bit. I want to show you something. See this locking nut here? Get this stuff out of the way. This locking nut. See what it does is, we'll do this side right here. So we take this little screw off, and I see the string goes right through there, up to the tuner, and this little piece here sets on top of there like that, and then screw down, and it holds the string into place. But you don't want to ever clamp those down too tight, because you can kind of, you know, hurt the string and then it'll break off, and we don't want that. So that's how those work right there. And I wanted to show you these locking tuners here. These are some real nice locking tuners. They're from, let me read that, Koto. Or is it upside down? Oh, there it was. Like that. Anyway, these are real nice. You turn this right here, and what happens is, inside there, I don't know if you can see it, right inside there, you see that open up inside the hole where you stick the string through? Now watch, we're going to close that off. Boop. It just clamps right inside there. There's a little screw that goes all the way through there, and it just clamps up into there. You tighten it up, and then you can go ahead and tune it, turn it, turn it, turn it. And these are a little bit on the stiff side. We're going to have to adjust these. See, you adjust them right there with that screw on the end there. We'll give it a little bit of a turn to loosen it up. It's a little bit tight. It's like that. And that makes it a whole lot easier to turn. But it still has a little bit of resistance in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit these with just a little bit of lubrication to make them so that they, you know, last good. And that's the kind of things we do. We want things to last. So we're going to go ahead and finish taking this apart, and, you know, we'll be back when we're ready to do this neck. All right, we are back. We got this neck all straightened out, all flattened out. And what we're going to do now, we're going to get, we're going to take our straight edge here. We're going to see if this neck is flat. So let's zoom in a little bit, tighten in just a heck of a little bit. And there we go. We set this right up here. Can you hear that? That means it's high in the middle. It's not flat, it's high in the middle. So we have to release this truss rod just a little bit. Hopefully this is the one that we need. Nope, it's the smaller one. Let's see, try this one. One of these. There we go. So with it being high in the middle, because I'm trying to get this so that it's perfectly flat. Because what we're going to do is we're going to level these frets, so that if there's any frets that are high or low or anything, we're going to make sure that the frets, we're going to get it so that the frets are all perfectly level across here, so there's not a high one or a low one. So, but in order to get this hump out of the middle, though, we got to loosen up our truss rod. So, you know, this is just like anything else. You gotta loosen it up a little bit. So we're gonna loosen it up. Turn it that way. Now you just feel it release just right there. Now see what we're gonna do. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take and I'm gonna kind of I'm lifting up on the end here. Let me widen out a little bit. I'm lifting up on the end here. I'm just sort of pushing down in the middle because I want it to go down a little bit, okay? Okay. So we can put this stuff back over here for now, and that one too. And then we're just going to try it again. It's still pretty high still, so what we're going to do is we'll just keep on going. Give it a little bit more. There we go. And then we'll give it some more push down on it a little bit. Just trying to warm up the wood with our hand too. That kind of helps. Yeah, so we're going to get this level. Just taking some of that out of there. Keep on it going. Now that feels like it's getting pretty loose. That feels like that's pretty loose. So what I'm going to do is we're going to, I'm going to keep on getting this loosened up a little bit. Try to get it so that it takes that hump out of there. I keep pressing down on it, picking it up and stuff like that. And when we get the hump out of it, I'll be back. All right, we're back. And I think this this neck has a dual truss rod in it, I think. And what it does is, it'll one way it'll pull, it'll make it hump. The other way it just pulls it down. So we got it down to looking pretty good here. Let me see. I'll tighten in a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we're going to see how we're doing. So I put my straight edge right across where the dots are. Okay, and we're not. It's not teeter-tottering at all, and we're going to stick our hand, we're going to stick, so we put the feeler gauge underneath there, and it don't go underneath any of those frets. See, it's not going underneath any of the frets, it goes right in there. And so we are good, we know that we got it nice and flat all the way across. It's not touching, it's not going through anywhere. And you know, you can always try that on a couple other places around the neck, just to make sure that everything's copacetic, and we already did that, and everything is. So the next thing we're going to do here, we're going to take our good old magic marker here. We're widen out just a little bit, okay? Now the next thing we're going to do is we want to make sure that we want to see if these frets are level. Now they look pretty good and level, but what we're going to do is I'm going to take this marker right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a little black line right across the top of the fret right there, okay, all the way across. And then once we get done doing that, you know the routine. We're going to take our little leveling beam here, and this has got like some wore out 600 paper on it, and we're going to go over and we're going to go like this across the top of those frets, and we're going to take this marker off of there. We're going to see the marker is going to tell us where we are cutting, and then once we get a nice shine, we wore off the marker across all these top of these frets, we know we have it perfectly level at that point. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now, and if we get a little bit of marker around the fretboard, it doesn't really matter because we're going to wipe that off with some alcohol, and that'll all come right off there. And sometimes this can be a little bit hard to see, but I got a magnifying glass for that, so I can always take over the magnifying glass and really get a good look at the frets. You know, the magnifying glass is a real good thing to have because you can get right in there and you can take a look at what is going on with things. Especially like taking a look at the frets. If you want to take a look and see if the frets are, you know, any good or if there's marks in them and stuff like that. And, well, perfect example, I got a guitar that needs new frets. It needs all new frets because there's divots in every last one of them. You know, and when you look at that with the microscope or with the magnifying glass, boy, you can really see them. So anyway, we got our lines all marked up, and you can kind of see they got some marker on them, not too much. And we're just going to go ahead and go over the top of this, like this. Just kind of go over it. And I can feel that it's real nice and smooth, because the sanding beam here is not jumping around, it's going across it nice and smooth. And that's what really counts. See, I'm just kind of going back and forth with it. I'm not really putting any pressure on it. I'm just letting the sandpaper do the work. You know. And now we can take a look at it. And I think I will get out my magnifying glass here. Good old magnifying glass. And we'll take a look at them. They do have some little tiny dents in them. which I think we're going to try to get out, but we are going across, but we have gotten across all the top of the fret, so it's level. We just have to, and I think I'm going to support the neck over here. You know, this thing's got a big old, that big old flying V neck kind of thing. So I think we're just going to try to work this a little bit back and forth, get rid of some of those little divots in the first couple frets there. But yeah, this is the beam just sliding across there easy. It's real nice and easy. And see, I'll put a little bit of pressure on it now because I'm trying to get that last little bumps out. But you know what? The next tool I'm going to use on this, the fret file, we'll take that all out of there. All right. Now we went ahead and we got all the marker off there. You can't see not a little bit, and not none of it. Okay. We got that taken care of. We got it level, perfectly level. And now we're going to take our other tool here. This is the crowning tool right here, and it doesn't look like much, but there are little, as you can see it, there's little grooves in there. There's a groove right there. And that groove, that's where your fret goes. And it's got medium, jumbo, and regular. So these are some jumbo frets, so we're going to use the biggest setting we got on this thing. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to, let me tighten it a little bit. We're going to take this and we're going to go over the fret with it like this. When we leveled it, we flattened out the top of the fret a little bit. It made it flat. We don't want that. We want a little tiny little point. We want a little tiny ridge across the top of that for the string to hit. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that with this file. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do this until it feels like it's not catching anymore, until it feels like it's going across there nice and smooth. Okay? And that will leave a nice little line right across the top of there. We'll go ahead and do it to this one. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to check and see if we've gotten rid of those little bumps and junk in the fret. See, I can still feel it's grabbing a little bit right there, see? Be nice and smooth all the way across. That feels pretty smooth. All right, let's see. Yep, we got rid of those. We got rid of those marks in the first two frets there. They look pretty good. They definitely look pretty good. It doesn't hurt to go over them again. Yep. Yeah, and that's going to put a nice little point back on there and stuff like that, so that that looks real good. And we're going to go ahead and do that to the rest of these, and we'll be back. Alrighty. We got the frets all what we call crowned. We put a point on them. We got them all tonight looking real nice. We're going to go over and wipe it off a little bit. There's a little bit of metal stuff that comes off there. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these little ends here. We're going to round these over a little bit. And we're going to make it so they're not that sharp. They're not really sharp now, but there are a few little spots on it that could use a little bit of improvement. And basically what we're going to do is we'll tighten in a little bit here. We're going to take this file right here. And this file has some fuzz stuck to it. This file right here is just a little triangle file. And one of these sides, these two sides right here don't have anything on it, just the one side has the file on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, take these ends, we're just going to sort of take that little file, just sort of round over the end a little bit, and then we'll get down there on the side, and we'll take that, and that just makes that whole thing real nice and smooth. So when you slide your hand across here, it feels nice and smooth. It's not rough or you know, catches your skin, or you know, you're not bleeding. And sometimes what they'll do to see how smooth this is around here is they'll take some pantyhose or some stockings and stick it over your hand, and then you just kind of go across it like that, and then you look and see if there's any tears in it. If there's tears in it, you know, it still could be a little bit smoother, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to get these all nice and smooth over, and we'll probably do the other side over here too. Probably do this side, the top side, give that the once over, And when, you know, we're gonna go over it and do this up and down. We take our time, we get it real nice and smooth, feel it with our fingers, make sure it's good. And then after we get done with that, we take a little bit of sandpaper and we smooth that edge out, and just then we start to smooth out these frets, and then we you know, keep on going. So let me get these fret ends here, and then we'll be back with the next step. All right, we got them fret ends all nice and smooth, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a little piece of 600 sandpaper. I got it all rolled up here. That's the way you do it. Roll it up, and we're just gonna kind of go over this edge a little bit like this, so smoothing things over. Okay. The reason it's rolled up is because we want to just get the ends of the frets. Well, you know, it ain't gonna hurt nothing to get anything else, but we're making it smooth. Okay. And that's sort of taking down any of the little sanding marks and stuff like that. Okay. We'll go down this side too, getting that kind of smoothed out a little bit. Yeah. It doesn't matter if we get the wood a little bit. You know, wood never mattered sanding. Okay, now we're gonna roll our paper back up the other way. That don't really matter, but we're trying to get a little fresh spot here. Okay. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go over these frets like this. We're using some 600. That's gonna take down some of those marks from the fret file. And it's a file, you know. So these file marks. So we're going over these frets here. Just like that. And we're getting the wood too. And it's going to be smooth. Everything's going to be nice and smooth. Okay? Okay, I've done that. Now we're going to go to some a little bit smoother paper. I got a piece of 1200 right here. It don't really matter because it's old, new, been used. It don't matter. We're just gonna go back over everything with it. We're just trying to work our way down to being smooth here, because we're gonna polish these frets. So you know, we're getting the polishing process started here with a little bit of 600, then a piece of 1200. I know it seems like a big leap in the sandpaper, but you know. It all depends on how much pressure you put on it, you know. And that piece of 600 was, you know, a little bit, you know, it was kind of fresh, but we didn't put a whole lot of pressure into it. You know, and that's what you do when you get a piece of sandpaper. Okay, you want to use some pressure to begin with, and then as you're using it, let up on the pressure. So you're not cutting and you're not being as aggressive as you were. Okay, now see, I'm going to get on top of these frets and just sort of real lightly just kind of go over the top of them. You know, just kind of like go back and forth a little bit. And I can feel it's getting smooth. And that's what I'm trying to do, get it smooth. Alright, now I went up and down that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take out our piece of our steel wool here. We got a piece of steel wool. Steel wool is great for this kind of thing. Now you notice I don't have the fretboard marked off or anything like that. One thing I do want to do though, before I go ahead and scuff this up, is I want to clean this fretboard off. As you can see, you know, it is a little bit funky. It's got some funk on it. You know, it's a little bit dirty. Not too bad, but not too good either. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of this here toilet paper. And I want to see how dirty it is. So we're going to wipe that down with some good old rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is the thing to use. It gets all this grease and grime and crap off of there, but it doesn't soak in, and it evaporates really fast. Oh, look at that. See how dirty that it is? Getting kind of funky. I wonder why that looked yellow. Oh, it's because that stupid light I got up there. If the fluorescent puts off like a yellow light, it's probably going to give me jaundice or something, who knows. Anyways, we're getting this nice and clean. Getting all the junk off of it. It's not bad. Okay. And this sort of opens up the pores. And I want everything to be smooth. I want the wood to be smooth. I want the frets to be smooth. I want everything smooth. So when you play this sucker, it's smooth. That's what the fretboard is supposed to be. It's supposed to be smooth. We'll see, I got a little bit, you know, and as you're going along, you're feeling stuff. Okay, just gonna go over this. And I'm sanding down this wood a little bit too. You know, just the steel wool. The steel wool is just, you know, not much at all. It's just basically cleaning it up a little bit more. And ooh, ooh, ooh. You can see how excited that, you know. Right, there's those, and then, well, there we go. Yeah, a little bit shinier. A lot shinier. So we're just going to keep on going all the way down this sucker. Shining and getting it smooth. In fact, one thing I want to do before I go any further is a little wire brush here, just a little wire brush. All I'm going to do is just kind of go over where these frets are. Just going to re-scratch them up a little bit, but I don't really care. But I want to get in there good where those frets are. I don't want to have any grime or anything like that in there. So we're going to get in there. I like to do this. And it helps to smooth out the board a little bit before we go ahead and I'm not putting any pressure on this brush, just kind of going over it. I want to get the crap out from beside the frets and scuff up the wood a little bit. And this really isn't, you know, scratching my frets or anything like that. But it is getting all the junk out of there. And we want a good, clean, well-conditioned, flat, level, smooth, plain fretboard. Okay, let's go over one more time. Ooh, 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 those frets are looking shiny getting them the second time too. Yep, doing real good here. A lot of arm work. There we go, getting it nice. Nice. Ooh, yeah, shiny. Now we could go past this and do a little bit more polishing on it if we wanted to. I think we just might. I mean, we are doing the dime back there lately. I'm gonna take this over here. You can see all the junk that's one coming out here. That's the wood and everything else, but we're just smoothing things out. Here we go. Old Dimebag Darrell will be proud of this one. Hey. Okay. I'm going to widen out a little bit. Now, what I want to do is we are going to polish these frets up a little bit. Where's my polish? Here's my polish. We're just going to use regular old number 7 chrome polish. The regular old yellow line across there right there. I don't like that. I'm going to have to switch them lights out. I don't like that. Everything's like yellow on the bottom. Man, what's up with that? I don't like it. I didn't do that. Is that it? No. Oh, well. Anyways, we're going to put some of this on there. Now, what I have here okay, I got my little guard here. You're going to stick that over there, the fret, and then you can go ahead and polish to your heart's content. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is take a quarter of this rag here, put a little compound down there, just like that there. Put a little on under the rag. I'm just going to come over here and do this fret. Some real good shining on it. This will make it considerably smoother. And then we just wipe that off. And I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but this is the one we did right here. you can see, I don't know if you can see it right there, you can kind of see it. It's shinier. I mean, it might be just a little shinier, but it's shinier. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that to all these frets up and down there. Get them all perfectly shiny. And then we're going to go back over it and we're going to clean it. Clean the fretboard with some more alcohol, get it all nice and clean, get all the polish off and stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and condition it with some coconut oil. And that should just about wrap it up for this neck. It'll be all set and ready to go. To reassemble, well, we'll have to reassemble it then. And then we can go ahead and clean everything up, get everything looking real nice, and this neck will be done. So let me get these frets cleaned up, shined up, polished up, and I'll be back. Well, alright, we gave these frets a nice polish with the polish. What we're going to do now is we're going to give them a little polishing with the wheel here. We're going to give it a little polishing with here. See, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this on. It's going to be a little loud. We're going to turn it on and we're going to go over the fret just like that, right over top of it. That's polishing it up just that little extra bit. Oh yeah, it is. Just that little extra bit. It won't take much. Oh yeah, it's getting nice and shiny. There's just a little bit of the chrome polish still on them. So just that little bit on there. You have to put a nice little mean shine on them. Heck yeah. Shine them up nice. Oh yeah. Doing a pretty good job. I guarantee you they're going to be smooth now. The buffing pad works real nice. See, it doesn't take much to get stuff to do this with. I mean, this little Dremel tool here at Harbor Freight, $10. You know, it's not the best, but it does the job. Alrighty, I think that's going to do it right there for that. Alright, we got them nice and shiny. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over it with some rubbing alcohol. That's why I done a little bit. We'll roll over with some rubbing alcohol. I'm just going to put this on the rag. Get it nice and juicy clean. We're just going to go over everything. Get back and forth. And see, I'm going back and forth because I don't want to push stuff into the frets. Already got that nice and clean. Okay, now we're going over this part here. Get this nice and clean. In fact, I think I'll give this whole thing a nice wipe down here. Find a nice little cleaner spot on the rag. Give this more rubbing alcohol. Douche it down good. Do it again. This time I can go up and down because I already got most of the crap off of there. We're going to get the back, the sides, get the headstock. Because we're getting ready to go up here and start putting stuff back together. So I want it to be clean. Get all the schmutz off there, you know. All the junk. And before I assemble this, I might even go over this headstock and polish it up a little bit because it does have some little imperfections in it. See, it's a little bit scratched up. It's not looking too bad, but it is a little bit scratchy. Maybe we go over and make it look a little prettier. Who knows? But we'll give it a shot. Before we go putting everything on it. Let's see, what do we need? I just use a little bit of my Use a little bit of my fine rubbing compound on it. Okay, we'll shake that up a little bit. And I think we will just get a regular old piece of toilet paper. Ball it up a little bit. A little bit of this on the headstock. Don't need a whole lot. Okay, so I got a little dot here. A little dot of compound in the headstock there. We're just going to sort of rub that around. And give it a nice little shine. But we'll go over it with some other stuff too after we do this. This is just going to get some of the scratches out of it. And I'm pressing pretty hard with this because I want this to cut. And then as I get farther into it, I'll let up and I'll do a little bit faster. So now I'm trying to get those fine scratches out of there. Alright. Alright, that's probably good on that one. Okay, we'll go ahead and wipe it off. So it's looking much better already. Alright. Now, what I want to do is, I got this little toothpick here. There's some stuff stuck in there. So get that out of there. Alright. So now, we're going to take some of our good old wax and dry spray car cleaner, spray car wax, spray a little bit of that on there. I mean, this stuff just works good on any kind of painted surface, non-painted. It just makes it all look nice. Splash it on, splash it off. Yeah. It's not the greatest job in the world, but it turned out a little bit nicer, I think. Nicer and shinier. It's shinier. Let's put it that way, okay? Alright, let's put all this stuff back away. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my mess cleaned up here. Because, you know, you start to accumulate things up here, you know. We'll get some of this stuff put away. And I'll be back in a second. Alright, let's tighten it a little bit here. Okay, you know what we're going to do next is we got this fretboard all nice and clean. And what I want to do is just go over one more stupid little time here with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Just give it one more nice little wipe down. So we did polish everything up nice. And them frets, boy, they sure did polish up nice. They are shiny. So I guess the kid that owns this guitar, Billy Mays, is a big fan of Dimebag Darrell. He wants to have a Dimebag Darrell guitar. And I'm not really sure about what they look like and stuff like that. I know they're this style guitar. I don't know if there's any specifics to it. But we're going to hook it up. We're going to make it the way he wants it. Okay, now I got this fretboard all, I forgot one last thing I got to do to it before we're done. It's just it's the coup de grace we do to it. What we're going to do is we're going to roll this edge here. See, that's a little bit of a sharp edge. It's not very sharp. I mean, it's not really sharp, but it's just a little bit, it could be a little bit more comfortable. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the edge of this screwdriver here, and we're just going to sort of go over that edge right there with this. And what that does is it flattens it out a little bit and just kind of relieves the edge. This is called rolling the edge. And we're just kind of using that round thing to just sort of smash that the edge of that over a little bit. So it just sort of rounds it over. And it makes it just a little bit more comfortable to play. And just sort of go over that side there. See, I'm just keep turning it. It doesn't really matter too much down here. You're not really going to feel it, but you're going to feel it up here a lot, quite a bit. So we're going to go over that edge real good. Yeah, buddy. Anything to make it play a little bit better, be a little bit smoother. You know, we do all the tricks. We do all the stuff. Okay, we got that so it's just a little bit smoother, a little bit nicer. Now, what we're going to do is we clean this. Let's go back over it, okay? We flatten it out. We got it perfectly flat, okay? And then we crowned the frets, so we put a nice little point on the frets. And then we did the fret ends. We rounded the fret ends over so they're nice and smooth. They're not sticking out or anything like that. And everything feels nice and smooth. Okay? And then we polished the frets, made them real nice and smooth. We kind of got the fretboard smoothed out too with some steel wool, of course. And now that this is all clean, and we've had the alcohol on it, and no grease, no grime, no nothing on it, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some good old coconut oil on there. That's what I use. So we're getting down to the bottom of this, so I got to dig it out with a screwdriver. But, you know, see, the coconut oil is solid at room temperature, okay? But as soon as it hits my finger, it starts getting oily, see? See, it starts getting oily. And that's what I like about it. Because I don't want something that's oil at room temperature. You know, I like that this is a little bit thicker, and it will put a little heat on it with your finger, and it goes in, okay? And you can rub it into the wood, and it'll absorb into the wood just a little bit. I'm not trying to soak the wood here. I'm just trying to condition the wood on the surface here. So we don't need a whole lot of this. Just put a little bit on there. And we're just trying to get it covered. Get all the wood with a little bit of love on it. Okay? And we got most of this covered. Just a little bit more. Get it off there. Okay? Alright. And we're just going to kind of make sure we got everything covered good. Boop, 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 boop. Okay? Now I'm just going to go right in there and just kind of rub it in good. Should we get it on every last little surface? And I'm kind of pushing it into the grain too. If there's any, you know, grain that's open, I want a little bit of this in there. Okay. Now we got a couple of options at this point too. Let's see. I can let this set 10-15 minutes. And this will pretty much, see how shiny it is now? This will pretty much dry right up. Well, I wish we had it shiny like that all the time. But this will pretty much dry up, and then we can go ahead and wipe it off. Or we could just wipe it off right now, you know. But I think we're going to let it soak in a little bit. Okay, we'll put this over here, put this over here. And we'll get cleaned up just a little bit more. And when we're going to go ahead and wipe this off, and then once we get it cleaned up and wiped off, we're going to start on the body then. Hey. And no, we're not. We're going to finish putting the parts back, and we'll put the parts back on here, and we'll make sure we get the tuners lubed up and stuff. That's what we're going to do next. So we'll be back. All right, we gave this a wipe down. And man, that barrel board is looking good. It looks a little, you know, it just needs another rubbing down. Okay, got everything looking clean. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go over these tuners here and make sure these are all straight and that they're turning the way they should. And basically what we're going to do is just going to give them a little bit of maintenance. We're going to take and put a little bit of lubricant right down in there. And what I did is I took out a little syringe here. It's got a little needle on the end of it, you can see. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put it right down here in this, right down there in the barrel of this. We're just going to give a little shot of oil down in there. Don't take much. We're going to give it a little bit down there, and then we just turn it around, and that'll help loosen things up just a little bit. You can tell that it already has. Okay. We're just going to run that around a little bit. That's real loose. Okay. Run it around like that. Oh, we gotta answer the phone. We're right back. All right. It was just a, you know, no good call, bullshit call. Anyway, we went over this one here and we lubed it all up. We got the screw adjusted just right on the end of it so that it's turning real nice. And basically what we did is we just gave a little oil right down through here, and we'll let that work in, and then that puts a little bit of oil on the gears down there. It just helps things out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do that to the rest of these, and then we're going to start reassembling this neck. So I'll be right back here. It's going to take half a minute to take care of this. All right, folks. Well, we got the tuners all back in it. They're looking real nice. We got them adjusted so that they're not tight, you know, because you want to be able to turn the things, you know. You want it to be turned easily, but not too easily, but you don't want to have to fight it either. You don't have to, you don't want carpal tunnel. One thing I noticed on the bottom of this neck, it says CP. I don't know what CP means, but, it's also got a number 2 or a 5 or something on the end of it there, so I don't know, but it sure is looking good. Fretboard's looking nice. That what you see there, that's just some of the oil coming out of it. And I forgot one thing. A lot of times what I like to do too is I'll just take my finger and just sort of run it over it like this. Sort of seems, I don't know what it does, it just seems to sort of smooth things out a little bit, the old finger action. Just like that there. It's like downtown, and maybe I'll just take a piece of toilet paper. And actually the toilet paper is slightly abrasive itself. So it'll clean those, shine those frets right up. Look at that. See, we've got a little bit of black on there, and that black is from the frets, the nickel in the frets. We'll go over it one more time. Just get a little bit of stuff in there. These little fruit flies in here. Have to be flying around on me. All right, man. That is a shiny, nice looking fretboard. Some nice shiny frets on it. Looking good. Look at that. It's going to play real nice too. We got the locking nut in it. We got the headstock all polished up. It's got a few fingerprints on it. But it's got those nice little low profile locking tuners in there. That's nice. And guess what? This neck is done. I mean, we've done everything known to man to it. So we're going to take a little break here. Got to go take my wife some lunch, stuff like that. So we'll be back. I'll be back and we'll start on the body. What do you say? All right, as you can see, we got our posts in there. And they sit proud of they sit up a little bit from the thing, just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and put our posts in here. Yep. Just like that. Put them all the way down in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over. We're going to get our claw started on this side here. Should be some holes there for it right there. Yep, and then we got that one right there. Looks like everything's all set up for this. Trim comes with everything. Okay, we're just going to kind of keep it in a neutral position here. These screws are going in a little bit loose. I don't know how. I'm going to have to shim those up or something or what. But we're going to leave it like that for now, okay? Flip it back over. Set this in there. Set that there. Oh, looky there. Sits in there real sweet, like. Yeah, it's gonna sit in there nice. Okay, now let's flip it over. We're gonna hold on to this bar here. Now we can let go of it. And we got some springs. So we got 4 of them. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm only going to put 3 of them in there. So we will go from the outside here. And, oh, I need my little pliers. There we go. Grab these just like that, get them on the hook there. Pour it into the hole. She goes. There we go. Right now, let's take the other side, Clyde. There we go. Just gotta get a little jam down in there. And then we'll go with the third one, right down the middle. There. I'll give it some reference point. I'll tell you right now, this one ain't getting no cover on unless it gets the cover exposed, because as you can see, it sits past the cover. Maybe that'll all adjust out or something. Maybe we'll have to adjust that up or something. I don't know. But we'll find out, won't we? But maybe I should just go with 2 springs for right now, huh? Anyhow, I think what I will do, though, I'm going to let these out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, because that's a lot. Anyways, what we're going to do, we got this installed here. And widen out a little bit. All right. And, no, we're just getting the pieces in place right now. So what we're going to do next is we are going to go ahead and, let's see, where's our strap buttons going to go on here? Man. Not right there. Oh well, we'll figure this out later on. But to drill some holes, we're not ready to drill holes yet. I just want to go ahead and put some stuff on this. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do next is we are going to put a pickup in there. Shouldn't be too tough, that should be pretty easy. Put the wire right through there like that. One thing I want to do is just sort of wind these wires together a little bit. When they go through there, they go through there. And it's not really far to the pickup cavity, or to the control cavity back there, okay? Alright, let's see here. Pull that wire through a little bit. Oh! Alright. The Seymour Duncan dime bag Darrell's got to go this way here. Okay. We're going to drop in there nice and proud like that. Let's see what's going on with this wire here. There we go. I don't like that being pulled up. Let's see, is that going to hit? Woo, boy, like a month of Sundays. Look at that, no problemo. Let's see, I got any screws for this thing? Screws for that right in there. There. And let's see. I don't think there was any screws for these, but let's see if I got some screws. Should have some screws around here. Let me take a look around and see if I can't find some screws for this here pickup. Be right back. Alright, we're back. We got that nice looking dime bag Darrell Seymour Duncan in there, and it's sitting in there, and I actually found some screws for it. It sure is looking nice sitting in there with that nice trim in there. So, next thing we're going to do here, let's just flip this sucker over here, because we got to put some works in it now, don't we? So, I'll tell you what, we're going to take the pot out. First thing I want to do, make sure this pot's going to be long enough to stick through there. And we're only going with a single volume control. Well, it looks like it needs to be reamed out a little bit. And that's what I was wondering about. So, we got our tool right down here. Oops. Our little reamer tool. What this thing is, it just gets gradually bigger as you stick it in there. It'll make the hole a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. So we're gonna, as you can see, or you can see that right there. It's going through here. Just kind of. We'll just work it from this side. I'll pull it out and I'll test it to see if it's going to fit yet. Not yet. You can kind of push in on this a little bit as it's going in. Just want to turn it, keep it straight. See if that fits yet. It's pretty close before. Yep, that fits right there. It fits through. Okay, that's as far as we have to go with that. Alright, so we know our pot fits. And let's see. It's going to stick through enough. Stick through the hole there. Oh yeah. See, I want to make sure that it's going to be sticking out enough. Yeah, it looks like we got enough to put the adjuster in there and all that kind of good stuff too. So, we can turn this over. And we got parts right here, so we're going to go ahead and put this adjuster nut on there. We'll leave that up just a little bit. And see what this nut right on the end here will do is that this will make it so that this comes out just the right amount so we can get a nut on there, but it's not sticking out too far. If you stick it out too far, then the knob is sticking way off. And it looks funny. Okay. Here's our wire from the pickup right here coming through. And anyway, let me see, we got a nice, here's the knob that he wants to put on there. Just a plain old white knob, it says volume. Like a fender knob. Let's make sure that fits on there. And, nope, that's not going to fit. So we'll have to give him a different knob because that knob right there don't fit. Of course it don't. And we got the neck joint, we got that right there. Okay, we got the jack right here. A couple of screws for it. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to heat up the soldering iron, and we are going to get this electronics all installed and everything in here. So give me just a minute for the iron to heat up. All right, we're pretty much set up here for doing a little bit of soldering, and I kind of wanted to run through the things that we use to solder with. First of all, we have our soldering iron here, and this is just it's a Weller. You pick these up at Harbor Freight, you know, about 10-15 bucks. What I also have here is I also have a little cup with a rag in it with some water. What we do is we stick that in there like that, and it helps clean off the end of the soldering iron. Okay. It also has a little stand here. You can kind of set your thing in there like that. I set it off to the side here, keep it out of the way. Okay. We have some solder. It's just a little bit of right there, and then we also have this stuff. It's called flux, and what I do is I pour a little bit in the cap, and then I use a paintbrush to brush it around. Let me see where my paintbrush is. Paintbrush. And what we do is we take a little bit of this flux here, we put on our paintbrush, and then we zoom in a little bit. We take, see, we're going to put this jack on. So the wires go right here. Now this wire, this tab right here, you can see it goes right to the ring. It goes right to this, right here, this around the outside here. That's where it touches the barrel of the cord that you're going to plug in there. Okay, this is where the tip hits up here. Okay, this tip one is connected to this post over here. So that's your hot. So we're going to put the wire that comes from the volume pot is going to go right on here, and this is going to be a ground. But we're going to put a little bit of flux on each one of those, because we're going to solder a wire to it. Okay, and we're using the same color wire all over the place because that's what we have. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to clean off our soldering iron a little bit, and we're going to take and put just a little bit of, whoops, we got to put a little bit of solder or a little bit of flux on the end of our wires, and what I'm going to do is basically just touch them in my little thing of flux. Okay. Now what we're going to do, let's see. We're going to zoom in a little bit. Alright. Right over here. Okay. What we're going to do here is, I got this right here, you can see. Okay. And we're going to pick up a little bit of solder on the iron here. Like this, okay. Then we're just going to take this wire, we'll stick it right on here, and we're just going to kind of solder it right to it. Hold it there for a second, and that should stick. Yep, that stuck. We're good. We'll come over and do the same thing on this side. Without trying to burn the cord up your soldering iron. And sometimes you gotta turn your wire a little bit so it does what you want it to do. I think I gotta pick up just a little bit more solder. And it's patience, and sometimes it takes half a second to get it right. You know, but it'll go on there. Give it just a little bit more solder. There we go. Now she's stuck good. Let it set for a second. Oh, it came off there, you dirty dog. Let's make sure this other one's on there good. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to lay it right down here like this. We'll give it one more shot. It's not like something. I didn't like something. One more shot right here. We're getting that anyway. I think that's got a grip now. Yep, sure does. Alright, that's got a grip on it. Okay, we got that taken care of. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to cut this in half here. Where's my little snipper of peppers? Right here. So cut that in half. Oh, electrical pliers, we gotta get those out here too. Okay. See that we got that all hooked up right there. We got a let us know which one. This one here is the ground. So I'm going to take a marker here. I'm gonna make some black marks on this one. Yeah, that's my ground. All right. Now, just suck it over. And I'll feed these wires right down through there. Wherever that hole is. Where's the hole? Must be that big one. Come through. They sure did. They're just long enough too. That worked out nice. Alright. Now let's make sure we don't lay the guitar down on a bunch of junk. It looks like we got some screws here. Oh no, sir, I don't like that. Not at all. So yeah, we gotta adjust that. Sits out way too much. Not tight. And if it's not tight, better make sure it is. Better fix it. Fix it, buddy. Okay. Stick that on there. Okay. And then we'll see where our plate sits on. I like that much better than the ring, the washer, and then the nut. And that fits just perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do here, it should be 1/2 inch. We got that nice and tight. Okay, we got that nice and tight. Got that nice and tight. Okay, let's pull the wire through. Both wires. We got both wires. All right, let's take off this zoom. Jesus. Widen out a little bit. Okay, all right, we're putting this jack in here. Make sure that everything's copacetic here. Is there some kind of a sequence to this here? That's going to sit right down there like that. Perfect. Okay. Got 3 screws that we're going to get in there. Three screws. Let's tear this package open. And we'll get that screw right in there like that there. And then we got another screw here. And this part will be done. Get in there. Look, it's already looking a lot better, isn't it? Looky there. Looky there. She's looking shiny and new. Get this screw in there. I'm going to try to get them all in there first. Alright, there we go. Zip these on in. You want that output jack, the output there to just barely be sticking out. You don't want a whole lot of sticking out. And then we'll get these in nice and straight here. We gotta figure out where we're gonna put those straps. The strap buttons, basically, the strap hooks. Alright, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Don't that look nice? Widen out a little bit. Yeah. Starting to come together, look at that. Starting to actually look like a guitar. Pretty soon you'll be playing it, loving it. And all that kind of good stuff. Okay, we're going to move on to the next thing, and I'm going to get it cleaned up around here, and I'll be back. Alrighty. We got the input jack, the output jack all in, and we got the wires stripped on the end here. And now it's time to put this, we're going to put our pot in, our volume pot. And this guitar is only going to have one pot in it, the volume pot, so this is the pickup wire right here. And that is going to go right directly to the pot, which is going to go right directly to the output jack and out of the guitar. So, this pickup here is remember the Dimebag Darrell Seymour Duncan? Well, it's got 5 wires coming out of it, actually. It's got a red, a white, a black, green, and then a bare ground wire over here, okay? Well, for our application right now, because we're just using a regular, we're not using a push-pull pot. If you were using a push-pull pot, you would use the red and white wires. But we're not, so we're just we just twist those together, the red and white wires go together. And then this black wire here, that becomes your hot wire. That's the wire that carries the signal. This is the one you're going to hook the black wire to your volume pot, and then on the post of your volume pot, and then on the back of on the top of the volume pot where the ground is, you're going to put the bare wire and the green wire. So that's how you're going to do that. So they're going to go. So the black wire goes onto here, right here, okay, onto this post on the volume, and then the green wire and the blah 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 goes on the top there, okay. And then these two we're gonna put some tape over top of them, and we may even put a little hot glue on them or something. I don't know, but yeah, we'll put some tape over that for sure. Make sure nothing happens to that. And oh, in fact, I got some shrink tube. I'll put some shrink tube on it, and then we're gonna solder this pot. We got to solder from this post here to the body, and then we'll just wire the. Then we just put the. We'll come over here and we'll take the hot wire from the output jack, which is right here, and we'll put that on this post, the middle post of the pot here, and then the ground wire here will go onto the back of onto the top there, and that'll complete it. It's as simple as that. There's like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections, and you're done. You know. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to back out a little bit. Okay. We're going to solder our post over here, our third post, to the body. Third post always goes to the body. Get a little pair of pliers here. Put that down on there just a little bit more. Alright. And what we're going to do is I got to get some solder out. Alright. I'm just going to move the body over here for a second. We'll go ahead and get to where's my brush at? Right here. Get a little bit of stuff out. I'll widen out a little bit. There we go. Whoops. Man, I keep losing my height here. And there we go. Alright. And we'll get zoopity zoop 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 like that. Alright, now we zoom in. Alright. I'll just get up here high. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and put some fluid in here. Feel like cat full of stuff. We're just going to take a little bit of that and put it on the end of the brush there, okay? Set that off to the side. We set that off to the side someplace safe because it'll get knocked over, believe me. Okay, we put a little bit of stuff on there, okay? And then we got our soldering iron here. Let's see, we got our little dish. We're going to come over here, we're going to put it in there just a little bit. Okay. And then we have our solder here. Put a little solder on the end of there. Like that there. Okay. And we're just going to come over here to this pot right here. And we're just going to put a little. Can you see that? We just put a little tiny, only looks like crap. Well, it doesn't have to look beautiful, it just has to work. It's that stupid yellow light bulb I got. Yeah, see, you can see it's soldered there. Yeah, I gotta tell you the story. I got a fluorescent light up here. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Because it is old. But the bulbs went out, burned out of it, and I went and got some new ones. And they end up being like this yellow light, and it's just driving me crazy. I don't like it. So, anyway, what I'm gonna do to this pot here right now while I got it in my hand is I'm going to put just a little bit of solder on each one of these posts here. It's called like tinning. We're not tinning it, but you know, I guess maybe that is what it's called. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to take a little bit of solder on the end of our iron here. And if you can see that, yep, we're just going to put a little bit on there. A little bit on there. Okay. So that when I get ready to put the wire on there, there's already some solder on there to take it. You see what I mean? Okay. Alright, now we get the guitar back over here. And get this bottle of flux out of the way because I think it gets filled with. And we'll pull this back over here. Are we in the shot? Probably not. Alright, well, we're going to tilt up. Ciao. Alright, there we go. That's look pretty good. Alright, we got our wires here. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a little solder. We're going to get a little solder on our wires. Okay. Especially that red and white one. And the green and the bare wire are put together too, so so we want to make sure we're looking at that too. So, little wire. How we doing here? Anyways, you guys can see this. Anyways, you put a little on there, and a little on there. That helps, and then we'll just put just a little bit on there. A little bit more solder. That black one. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, I forgot, we're going to take the pot. We're going to put a little spot of solder on the back of the pot here. Okay. And we keep on with the procedure, a little bit of flux on there to keep the spot nice and, you know, it's an acid flux. So what it does is it eats all the junk off there. So the solder's got a good place to hold on to. See? Oh, yeah, just like that. You know, you want to get a nice little puddle on there. That's so we'll have some place to stick that stuff. Okay? Alright, so what we're going to do here first is, I hope everybody can see this. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to take our, you know what, I'm going to get out my tool. It's got this little tool. It's going to hold everything for me. Real nice and sweet. So I don't have to fool around too much. See? Holds that wire right there. Can you guys see it? Maybe we can zoom in now, huh? Come on, let's get some pictures. Okay, alright. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's way over here, ain't it? Whoop-a-doo. Oh, it's way over here. Alright, there we go. Wow, wow, what do you know? Hey, we got it in the picture. Alright, alright. Alright, here we go. Okay, alright, okay. Alright, we're gonna get just a little bit more. Where's my bucket? Clamped onto my soldering iron a little bit. Okay, stuck it in the water. I'm getting a little bit of solder on the end of my soldering iron. And we are going to solder the green stuff on here over here, okay? The ground wires. We're just going to kind of stick that up there like that. Okay. And that's soldered. Stuck. Alright. Now, oh, the red and white one, we don't need that one, do we? So I shouldn't be hooked up to that one. The black one I need to be hooked up to. So we can come back around here like this here. Put that post, I'm going to move that post up just a little bit. Alright, so we can move just like this here. Put that right down there. Can you guys see that now? I'm gonna get just a little bit of solder on the end of my thing. Come on over here, and we're just going to touch that to it. Okay. And I bet that didn't stick. Nope. So that was the other side of it. And you know what? If it's not doing what you want it to do, it's not cooperating, hit it with a little bit of flux. Because the flux will make it sizzle, and it will melt. It'll start melting right away. Hear that? And bam. It's stuck now. And you gotta hold it there for a second or it'll break loose. It's funny like that. Okay. We can go ahead and let that loose. Okay, okay. Alright, okay. Now, what we gotta do is we got to take our ground wire or take our hot wire here. Did we already tin that up? I think we did tin that up, didn't we? Yep, we sure did. Pretty sure we did, didn't we? I don't know, did we? I don't know, let's try it again. I can't remember if we put some stuff on here. We really don't need to though. But it does make it a little bit easier. But we can always make sure that we put some good flux on there. I think we did tin it up a little bit. But I'm not really worried about it too much. Alright. Let's get our wire holder down here. This is our hot wire. It's going to be hooked to the other side of the thing. And you know what? I'm just going to stick this little piece of paper underneath here like that. Because I don't want to get everything messed up. Right? Not like the finish of it's perfect or anything, but you know, I like to stay nice. Alright, just because it's been a minute, we're going to put a little flux on there. Just to make sure things are going to cooperate for us. You can never put too much flux on it. Get a little bit of solder on the end of the solder there and there. Come right over here. Hope you can see what I'm doing. And just kind of touched it. Chow. That's it. That's all it takes. Okay. I'm going to take our ground wire, hook that into the jaws of death down here. Alright. And we're going to kind of bend that one just a little bit so it cooperates a little nicer. And same routine, little stuff. And see, this one I think we might just put that right on the end where the post is put on there. Okay? It's a little bit easier than going all the way over there. Lift it up just a little bit like that there. And a little bit of solder on there. And that seems like that's pretty downtown. All right. So what we're gonna do, pull the paper out. Okay. Done with that right there. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna get a little bit of something to put over top of that connection right there. Other than that, we are ready to go. Okay. We can put this pot in. I got a washer on it. We need to put a washer. I mean, we got a nut on it. We got a washer down here. We're gonna put a washer and make sure that we got everything straight. And we will be, I'll tell you what, as soon as I get that pot installed and everything, I will be right back. Alright, well, I got the pot all installed in there, and that is a big old cavity for that one little lonely pot there, you know. But you can see the wires from the output jack are right there, and it just comes in, and there's the pickup wire, comes in there, hits the knob, and that's about as simple as it gets right there. But we're going to give this a try here, make sure everything works. So let's see. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm trying it for the first time too. We're going to put it in here. Hit our little try router here. I ain't getting too much volume on it. Oh, that's because I got it turned way down. Right down here. Oh yeah, she's working. She's doing good. All right, that's all I need to know. All right, we can go ahead and unplug it. Well, that's got a nice tight plug there. All right, so we got this all set down here. We have to find the knob that we're gonna put on this thing. Let's tone down a little bit here. All right. There we go. Alright, we got to put a knob on this thing, and he wanted to put that on there, but guess what? That don't fit. So we're going to look through our knobs here and see what we got. Right over here. I think I might just have the perfect knob for it. Right here. It'll fit. Got a nice silver one. Just plain old silver. I think that'll go real good in here, and it doesn't have anything else on it, and that is too small too. Okay, so let's try we got a black one of these black ones here, got a gold one, got another black one. That one might work. I know that one's not going to work. Well, hopefully one of those will work. Let's see. Does that one fit on there? Nope. Why do we have something that nothing fits on it? Well, that sort of fits. Let's see if that one fits. Not really. I don't like any of these. So we are going to have to get key rafty here with something. So we're gonna figure out something, and we'll be back. Alrighty, I'm back. We got us a knob in there, as you can see. Oh yeah, nice and shiny. The one that we had on there, we had to find that one. I took the trim out because what we're going to do next here is we're going to attach the neck to the body. Oh, I had to go get it. It's over there. Okay, you remember our neck, don't you? With that big old Dean headstock on it. Locking. Remember, we've already done everything known to man to them. Frets, look how shiny they are. Alright, one thing I want to know though. Do these screws go right straight through this body? And I do not think they do. And I want them to. Okay. So we're going to have to drill out the holes on this body a little bit. And get out our trusty dusty drill here. Plug it in. Get this out of the way here. There we go. This one's going to be a special one, you know. Easy. It's gonna be simple and easy. You know, it's gonna be easy, simple guitar. All right, let's see what we got here. What we're gonna do, we're gonna get out our caliper here. Okay. We're gonna measure the width of our screw. Okay. Alright, I'm just getting a rough estimate, and then we're just going to go through and find the appropriate drill bit size. You know, a little bit big. Want to fit through there snug. That was just about right there. I just try that one. Oh, I think we'll go with that one right there. Seems to be the perfect size, okay? Set our stuff over the side here. Get our drill all set up. Alright. Let's see if we can get a picture of that. Okay, we got our, set these drill bits over here to the side. And we got our neck over here, as you can kind of see. Alright. Oh, my hand, look at my hand. Alright, but we got our holes right here. I'm hanging it off the edge of the table a little bit here just so we can kind of get an idea of what's going on here, okay? And basically I'm just going to go down and I probably should do it from the other side, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm going to flip this over. We're going to do it from this side because I can blow out that other side. And we got that going around with. Alright, we're going to go in from this side here. Okay, the reason being here, let's see, if these slide right through, they do. Here's the reason. When I put this screw through there, I don't want to have it going through a part of the wood that's threaded. Okay? I want it to just go through, and then it's going to hit the neck, and it's going to go right straight in. Yep, in fact, we're going to, yep, that should be just fine. So now we can go ahead and put the neck on, and we don't have to worry about it binding up or anything like that. And you know how that is. You just kind of have one side of it's got to go through. Alright, we'll flip it back over. Alright, here, I think here's how we're going to go about this one here. Okay, we'll lay the neck down like this, lay the guitar down like this here. I don't know if you guys can see all this. Set it down just like this here, but I'll get the junk out of the way. Well, first of all, let's widen out a little bit. Widen down. Okay, alright. First of all, let's flip it over. You know, sometimes it takes half a minute to get things straight, you know. Just junk out of the way. I don't want to scratch anything up now. That's an awful tight fit. So, I'm going to have to get in there and loosen that up a little bit, just get the sides a little bit, I think. So when I get this neck fitting in there just perfect, I'll be right back. All right, here we got it, folks. Widen out a little bit. That. Got a body and a neck put together. And it was pretty snazzy back what we did. See, we made that cover the same gray as the side. And we got the some black screws in there and stuff, hold it up real nice. It's gonna look real sweet. Now what we're gonna do next is we're going to go ahead and put the covers back on these right here too. Well, not on this one, but on this in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these and cover them. And when I get done covering them, I'll be right back. We'll show you what we did. Alrighty, I'm gonna show you how I cover one of these, and it's really pretty simple. What I do is I got my cover here, and then I got a piece of this. It's basically, you know, the kind of vinyl you would use in a Cricut. It's the color gray. It's you know, you put it on there, and it just basically we're just basically sticking this right here to the top of this. And the first thing I want to do though, is I want to clean my piece off with a little bit of alcohol. So we'll get a little piece of toilet paper here with some alcohol on it. We'll just kind of wipe that off a little bit. So it sticks good. We'll just wipe it off. Get any schmutz off it. So it's real good and clean. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take our stuff here, and we can basically just get a piece that's, you know, cut out a piece. Just cut a big piece. And we're going to be sticking it to this side, so we're going to just cut out a big piece. Well, if I can, we'll come down here. Let's go like this. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, we'll just go over here. Doesn't have to be pretty because we're going to trim it. Okay, we'll take that and throw it aside. Okay, I got this piece here and we got plenty of room here. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take the backing off of this piece right here. Okay, just like that. Take the backing off. I'm going to lay this piece right straight down. And this is the side we're trying to stick down because we got the little, you see the little holes are beveled on that. Well, this side's got shielding on it, so we're going to be sticking this side down. So what we're going to do is just stick it down like that, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, alright? Okay, and I'm going to take this little piece right here, I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to peel this back up. I'm going to peel this back up, okay? And start right here in the middle. I'm just going to sort of start pushing this down with this. And what that's doing is making sure there's not getting no air bubbles in there, no moss, no fuss. It's going to go down perfect and look good. That does look good. Okay, now we'll turn it around. We'll do it the same thing the other direction. Back to where there's no bubbles whatsoever. Maybe I'll go back one more. Alright. And just take your time going back and forth. You know? And this will end up looking real, real nice. Nice and smooth. And then we'll just trim it. And it's the easiest thing in the world to trim this out. Oh my gosh. That's where the hole is. Okay, so we're good. So the hole is in the top. Okay. See how we got that nice and smooth right across there? Man, there's nothing to it. Okay. Now, that was kind of funny. But you know, this vinyl isn't very thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this height adjuster, which I never use for adjusting the height of a string. It's a scraper to me. It's a piece of metal. It's sharp on the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically go like this around the edge. I'm just sort of hitting the top of that edge all the way around. Okay. What that's doing, it's cutting it right off at the edge there. Okay. So going around like that. Yeah, just kind of go around here. Make sure you got it all the way around. And then that'll come right off there. Yeah, see, we'll go around there, it's just peeling right off. Peeling right off. Look at that. It's one little tiny little air bubble looking thing. You can usually just push right up towards the edge, which I did. Look at that. See how nice it turned out? Like we painted it. We didn't. We just put this vinyl over the top of it. Make it nice and smooth and shiny. And now we can go ahead and put that on the guitar, and that'll look real nice. So you can even go over the edge just a little bit if you want, just to kind of clean it up a little bit, because there will be little stragglers on there maybe. Yeah, there you go right there. Bada boom, bada bing. You know, maybe you want to put it on the table and push it down a little bit. You know, set it in there good. Alright, we got that right there, and we're going to do the other, we got another one right here, and we're going to do this one too. Same procedure, a little bit of alcohol and stuff like that, and I'll be right back when we get done with both these, and then we have them on the guitar. Alright, I'm back. You know I would be. It's the next day, took the rest of the day off here. We got a couple of things done before I turned on the camera here. We have, I don't know if you can see it right here, put a strap eyelet in there. We got one over here too, right over here, you can see it. We kind of got them angled so they're going to do, they're going to be, you know, on the right angle for the strap and everything. As you can see, we got a trim in there, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but what I did is right back underneath here, you can kind of see it. There's a, for lack of a better word, a Jenga block, and it's blocking this trim. It's underneath the string adjusters here, the tension adjusters. It's holding it up so that the deck is, if you can see the deck right there. See how level it is with the body? That's where this should be sitting. To get strings on it and everything like that, it should be sitting level with the body. And what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the string height and stuff like that once we get some strings on it. And we put the arm on it so that we could maneuver it around a little bit, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take the arm back off. This arm does twist in and then pull out. So, let's go ahead and widen out a little bit more here. Alright. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put some strings on it. And guess what? Putting on the Ernie Ball Super Slinky Whoa, it's turning colors. 1942s. I gotta get some different light over here. I don't like that stupid light I bought. I have to go back and buy some blue ones. Anyway, there we go right here. We're going to start off big fat boy number 42. And we are going to have to, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put these all in. We're just going to stick the end in there. See, I got to get these so they open up a little bit more. Yeah, this is going to be the process here. Tell you what, anyways, basically, let's zoom in a little bit. Alright. Hold it right over there. Alright. Ta-da! We'll give ourselves just a little slide down here. Okay. Alright. Let's see. There we go. Like this. A little bit better look at her. Alright. I need a cameraman. Man, my stuff is... Come on now. Stay there. Alright. Alright. I'll just zoom out a little bit. Alright, that was good. Okay. You see I got myself a little block underneath there right there. Okay. And this is the... these... You unscrew these and it opens up this little block right in here. Okay, right across those little blocks. And that's where the string goes. We take the string like this with... I'm using the opposite end of the string that I would normally put in there. I'm leaving the ball end, leaving the end with the ball on it down here. Oh, here we go. Leaving the end with the ball on it. That's going down here. We're going to cut that off and put it through the tuners. But we're going to use this end right here, this bare. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick it right in there where the little clamp is. But we got to make sure that these are good and open and that the string is going all the way to the bottom and that it's centered and everything like that when you get it in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put each one of these strings in here and get it ready to be put in down there. Going to cut the balls off and everything like that, and which might hurt, but I can't make no promises. We're going to do that, and when I get done doing that, because you can't do that on screen, we have to do that. I will come back and we will have it ready to put the strings through the tuners and get it all tightened up, stuff like that, and we'll go from there. Okay? Alright, I'm back. I'm in the process. I had to make myself a little tool here. See, I got this. It's got an Allen head in there. It's taped, a little socket and a handle and stuff, so I can turn these right here. So we're just sticking the strings in there, and we want to make sure that it's centered in there. I don't want to be off to one side or the other. I want to make sure that it's right down the center and it's all the way in. I'm just sort of getting, and then we tighten it down nice and snug. We're fooling around with it. Okay, we got 3 strings on there. moving towards the smaller ones. Stick that right in there, and I'm kind of running it back into the slot that it's going to be in, sort of, just to make sure that it's where it should be. Nice little tightening down there. Okay. And we got 2 more strings to go. And then we'll go up here to the end and we will cut that ball ends off there and get that going. Whew, there we go. I can see now. I'll make sure I get that all the way down to the bottom. See, the thinner the string gets, harder it is to see. There we go. Nice and tight. Okay, and the last one, number 9. And oops. I want to leave a knot in it. Okay, let me get this so I can see the string. Right down in there. And so I put some extra light on it so we can make sure that that's really, you know, this getting the That's why these things, that's why these Floyd Rose type trims are really kind of tricky, because you know you got this little setup right here, and you got to get that string right in the center, and you got to get it nice and tight, and it's got to be, you know, level with the deck, and there's just 19 different, you know, requirements for it. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna switch the shot here. I'm gonna get over here and we're gonna do the headstock, so I'm gonna get over there. I'll be right back. All right, down here at the headstock, and we're gonna put these strings through there. And I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the far side here. Side over on the other side, and basically we're just gonna go ahead and cut that end off there. Well, but what we can do, we can just do it like we normally would. Okay, we'll measure off. See, that's about how I do it. See, I put the peg right here at this knuckle, and I go to the end of my finger. You know, it gives me a good ballpark of where I want to be here. Okay, and that gives me enough string, and I can just cut it right off right there. Well, I'm not going to cut it off right there. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the ball end off. Okay, and I think I can go ahead and do that on all these. So we'll just go ahead and cut the ends off here. Don't worry about it. Alright, go ahead and throw those away. That one's free. Alright, there we go. Got all the little ends off there. Now we can just go ahead and string her up. Alright, make sure I got the right string here. Alright, we'll measure it off right there. We're going to go ahead and stick it through there. We'll make sure all my locking tuners are open on the back here. I want none of those to be locked down. Alright. We'll lock those down after we get it tuned up. Alright, let's see, see where I go right to my finger. That's where I measured to my finger, right? So I'm going to put it in there, okay? And then I'm going to go one time around the top here, like that. That's the proper way to do it, okay? Then we take this string and we pull it up, okay? Like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold pressure against this string right here, because I'm going to start winding it up. And when I start to wind it, I want it to stay nice and low on the profile here. You know? I'll give this, whoa, it just slipped off there, okay. So we'll do this again, get over here, and we'll come back around like that right there. Alright, now we can go. Go ahead and wind it up. Sometimes it slips off there and you gotta redo it. These posts are awful short too. These are like some real shorties. I don't think I've ever seen tuners this short. I mean, they're short. Alright, we'll cut off our excess. And when you cut the excess off, okay, I'm using a big old pair of pliers because, you know, I got this little pair and they don't cut that well, so I went and got these. These cut good, and if you use them right, okay, there's a flat side over here, okay? See, this side is dented in, okay? You don't want that side, you want the flat side, okay? Put the flat side up against the tuner, and then you can go ahead and cut, and you don't got to worry about cutting off the string or cutting anything you're not supposed to cut. Okay? So we're going to go through this procedure again. Here we go. Put the string through there. Once around the top, commence to winding her up. Oops, wrong way. Just wanted to put a little bit of tension on it. It was a little bit loose while I was winding it up, and I don't like that. I like to have a little tension on it. And now see, I can take that one string, a piece of string, just try to put it up there. Okay, now I'm going to come down here and make sure that everything's looking decent going down this run right here. And I got the right side of the cutters. I'm going there and cut that one off. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and finish this up for the rest of the strings. And when I do that, I'll be back. Alright, I got some strings on her. Man, she's starting to make guitar noises. Look at this. Let's hit that last one there. See, that's some lifted way off the thing. See, that's just no good. Yeah, put some more blocks in there. Gotta put some more springs in it. Yeah, it's pulling it right off the thing. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna put some more springs in the back because it's pulling it right off the block. And I don't want it off the block, I want it to stay on the block. But it's looking good so far, so. Get them all nice and loose. Alright. Go ahead and flip her over. Nice and carefully. Okay, we'll grab a couple more strings. Maybe we'll just go ahead and put all the springs in it, huh? Let's see. Ah, they're my little pair of pliers. We got the screws here. As you can see, these screws right here, there. Yeah, we'll tighten it a little bit. You see the got the screws here. They're pretty much all the way out. So we're just gonna go down to each end here. Put those springs back in there. When I'm setting this thing up, getting everything, see what we do. Okay. Hey, that's almost level with the deck. Might be all right here. Okay. Here's basically how this works. Okay. Yikes. I got this in here with some. I got this in here with the blocks. Okay. The blocks are holding this where I want it. Okay. That block in there, that's holding it at flat. I put enough springs in the back there. That's holding the trem down against the block real good. Okay. So then when I go ahead and get this all set up with it down so it can't move at all. Okay. We get it all perfect. We get it all internated and set up and everything like that. Get it all internated, all good to go. And then we take the block out. And then what we do is we adjust the spring screws in the back until it goes back into being in tune. Then when it's in tune, the deck should be perfectly flat, just like it is. It should be back into the exact same position it was when we took the block out. There you go in a nutshell. So, we got this back down here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, it's resting on there. Okay. So, yep, I do. Yeah, okay. I'm just looking at that. Just you just gotta check stuff out. Make sure you know what you're looking at here. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is I got one more spring here. I think we're gonna go ahead and install that in the back too. I think we're probably only gonna go with 3 springs, but we'll probably put this 4th one in there just to kind of hold it down just a little extra bit. Which means that I'm gonna have to move this one in the middle too. Okay, so then I will move this one over here. Because I want to have an even pull. Now if I was to have the one down the middle and then one here, it'd be pulling too much on this side and not enough on this side. And that will affect your tuning. So we got 4 springs in there now. That should be holding it down real good and tight. You know, okay? So when I go ahead and put this thing up to get a little tension on these strings now, that deck should stay right where it is. It's getting there. It's making guitar noises, hey. Still down there? Yep, it's not raising up. Alright, I got some tension on there. Okay. Alright, now we're going to have to establish the string height here. So I'll get my handy dandy wrench out here. It's going to be this one right here. And we are basically going to just raise this up until I get the right string height. Now where's my string height thingy? I get it, see, and you know, I got this little piece of, it looks like nothing, but it's 2/1000ths. And anyways, stick it right underneath there. That's how I gauge my string height. I just want it to touch just a little bit on this right here. And it's up a little bit too high, so I'm going to put it down just a little bit. See, we want some good low action. And I'm doing this at the 12th fret. Right there. This is 2 millimeters. And I'm getting it at about 1.8 on this side and 1.6 on the other side. So we're going to put it just down just a little bit. Like that. And I don't really have a whole lot of tension on that string, but I think that's about where I want it right there. Okay, and now I got another one over here. We're going to dig out. There's the other one. And this one is 1.6, and we're just going to we're going to raise that up just a little bit. Alright, I think we're going to leave it right there. I think that's just about right. You need to go down just a little bit. Oops. Down, down. Let's see where that's at. There we go, 1.6. Right there, they're all playing. That's all I'm really concerned about right now. Okay? Now, we got our string height established. Okay? And now I'm going to go ahead and establish our pickup height. I'll just get that out of the way. We got that set right now. And for the pickup height, guess what? I got a little clothespin here. It's graduated, see? And it's between 3 and 4 millimeters. And I like to have it right in between 3 and 4 millimeters. And this is way high. So we're going to take her down. Take her down, 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 down. It's going to be high on that side too. We found that the optimum area for magnetism on a pickup is right around 3 to 4 thousandths of an inch. See how I get that right in there? See, now that's wants to sit up on that one side. I don't like it. Humbuckers always want to do that. They never want to sit level to the stupid thing. And these are just regular old, not battery operated or anything like that. So what we'll do is we'll leave it a little, take the lid down a little bit. Okay. Alright, so that here's what we're going to do. We're going to make that one bar at 4 and this one here at about 3 1/3, 3 1/4, okay? Down just a little bit. And I think that's just about right on this side. I want this side just a little bit. I want the treble side a little bit closer than the bass side. As far as, you know, I'll make this, it'll be even, but I'll make it this side just a little tiny bit higher. Because the string is lighter. Okay? So, we've established our pickup height. We've established our string height. We're going to go ahead and, I think we're going to go ahead and put the clamps over the strings down here on the nut. Put the nut pieces in. Put the clamps on the strings. Clamp the strings. I don't know if I got that going the right way or not. Not sure which way it goes. I bet it goes in there like that. I would do it like that. That seems to make sense. Okay. Then 3 screws. And we are not going to tighten these down. We're just going to get these in there and get them touching. I just want to kind of see where my all right, we've made some really good progress with this. And I did something kind of cheesy to the guitar. I don't know if anybody's gonna like it or not, but you know, this is a Dimebag Darrell kind of guitar, so what did I do? I put Dimebag on the truss rod cover. Now I just took a piece of that vinyl and covered that up, so you know, if he hates it, we'll take it out. You can just peel it right off there. No big problem. It's black underneath. Go right with the headstock. Alright, so we got this thing. We got the locking nut on there. We got that all locked down. We got it tuned up. We got it stretched. We got the string height set. We've played it. We've done everything known to man to it. It's ready to go. All we got to do now is release this. We got to float it. So we're going to go ahead and stick our bar in here. Like this. Okay. Alright, then we're going to float this, we're going to pull this up. So we pull our bar out. Yikes, don't go back in there. Come on up there, sucker. It's not exactly the easiest thing to get out of there. Let me see, I need some help from a pair of, or maybe a pair of scissors work. This is ridiculous. I've never had this kind of trouble getting the block out. Alright, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to leave that in there for a second, and I'm going to figure out a better way to get it out. Be right back. Alright. This here old Dimebag Darrell, he must have been a tough guy, because this guitar gave up a fight. You know, I got to the point where I was putting the trem in, okay? And the trem on this, and this big fat 6-string adjuster was hitting the back of the body, so I had to hollow the body out a little bit, because it was perfectly in tune. The intonation was perfect. So I had to go back in there and do a little bit of, take the Dremel in there and cut that wood out of there a little bit. But we got it so that it's playing perfectly in tune. It's staying in tune. You dive bomb it all over the place, it comes right back into tune. I mean, it's where it's supposed to be. It's playing perfect. And you know, we got it all. It's basically all done. We give it a little here. Make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. All right. Here she is, looking good, looking proud. Look at that. Oh yeah, Dimebag Darrell would be proud of this one. That's a nice paint job on it. Blue on the front, silver on the sides. All the nice chrome pieces. Fun, nice chrome knob to go on it. That Goto Floyd Rose is working real nice. That Dimebag Darrell Seymour Duncan is working real nice too. Man, got the trem arm on it. That color is really nice and shiny and sparkly. And look over here. Look at that fretboard. Whoo, dog. Look at that fretboard. We're getting up here to the headstock. Still looking good. Oh, we got the locking nut. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. And then we got the boom, big old Dean headstock, man. That thing. You know, this is like the longest guitar, the longest electric guitar I think there is. And you know, it's got these little shorty Grovers on it, man. They look like some shorties. But we got the, down here we got the old eye hook or eye bolt for the stuff. Man, she sure is looking nice. Sure is looking nice. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Nice chrome stuff. Paint's looking all good and so. Ooh, yeah. But does it sound good? Maybe we're just playing a little bit through the little crappy, you know, test amp that I have on the bench, just for seeing if stuff works, you know. When we try it through a real amp, what do you say? Oh yeah. Well, alrighty, folks. Here she is. She's all kinds of beautiful, but we're gonna find out if she sounds good, and we're gonna try it with a little bit of a hot metal backing track here. Got one all tuned up, right, ready to go. What do you say we give it a whirl? Uh-oh. Yeah, let's hear it up. Sounds pretty good. It squawks pretty good. Cat gets down pretty good. You know what? It's another good one from MOJO. Good one for Billy Mays. Yeah. hope you enjoy it. This is adios for now from MOJO Shop Guitar, baby.